Hi, everyone, and thanks for being with us for a CBS 8 extended forecast where we have some warmer temperatures on the way in the coming days. Out the door right now through our Wednesday morning, we've seen temperatures mostly in the upper 50s and low 60s. We are expecting those temperatures to warm their way up overnight as a ridge of high pressure starts to build. And not only will those temperatures be warmer overnight, but they'll also be warmer in the afternoon, especially the farther east you are. Take a look at the next 12 hours along the beach. We have overcast skies to start off the morning, that dense layer of June gloom, and then temperatures warming their way into the low 70s from noon all the way through about 4 p.m. Satellite radar so far has been showing us the same situation and the same type of setup day over day. And that includes morning clouds that start to pull their way back by about 9 and 10 a.m. Takes a little bit of time for us to move in that direction, but typically we've been getting there pretty quickly, and it looks like today will be no different as that marine layer is already showing some retreating through the last about 2 hours or so. While surf is low this morning, water temperature is a little cooler, and we want to make sure to emphasize that, sure, your risk of rip currents is low, surf 1 to 3 feet, but if you're spending time out by the beach, what you really want to stay honed into is this, the UV exposure that you're going to be looking at. Very high for this afternoon, about a 10 on the scale, on the index. Sunset not coming until 8 p.m., which means we've got a pretty long day ahead of us, and you want to prepare in advance and prepare accordingly. Make sure to be applying that sunscreen and reapplying as the day progresses. High temperatures are going to notice some more significant climb in temperatures as you start to make your way out east. So areas that yesterday were hoping to hit 80 degrees for the first time in the week, Ramona and Campo, are today going for 85 degrees. It's about a 5-degree jump. Across our inland valleys even, we leave the low to mid 70s behind and are looking at a high of 77 in Fallbrook, 77 in Poway, 75 in Miramar. Now let's talk about what we have going on in the next 7 days, because what we've seen over the last several is that as the past weekend arrived, a trough of low pressure made its way into Southern California and really across the western U.S. That's helped to keep us blocked out from the extreme heat that other parts of the country has seen. Now we're seeing that trough of low pressure exit to the north. And as it does so, we may not see all that same dramatic heat that the East Coast, for example, is seeing, but we will notice a warm up, and that's going to be felt in particular as the upcoming weekend arrives. Along the coast, that's going to translate to low to mid 70s. Inland valleys are going to be making their way from the low 80s to about the mid 80s. 85 is that high on Saturday and Sunday, cooling down by just a degree or two going into Monday, Tuesday. For our mountains and deserts, a lot of sunshine expected. Mid 80s turn over to the low 90s, and it could even allow for a warm up to 93 degrees by the time it gets to Tuesday of next week. That is, of course, in contrast to the low to mid 70s that we were looking at over the course of this past weekend. So we go from about 75 across the mountains all the way up to 93 by the time we get to Tuesday of next week if these models come to fruition. The deserts were in the 90s across the board, now looking at a 7 to 10 day stretch of triple-digit heat. If you want the latest, download our free streaming channel on CBS 8 Plus so you can get your extended weather and our latest newscast on demand. Have a good one.